In this movie, girls hijack their dead friend's social media account, using it to shame their classmates and expose the whole school. Welcome to Thriller Recaps. Today, I am explaining the movie, Jane. Watch till the end to find out what happens. And if you like it, please like, share, and subscribe. The movie begins with Olivia doing her usual daily activities as she gets ready for school. Outside her house, she meets Isabel and offers her a ride, but Isabel quickly declines as a Porsche pulls up beside her. So Olivia drives to school alone. She goes to Greenwood. During the assembly, students are encouraged to speak up if they're struggling, as the school mourns Jane, who committed suicide. In her locker, Olivia has a picture of Isabel, herself, and Jane, along with a Stanford sticker, showing they all wanted to go to Stanford together. Olivia's first application was delayed by the school, but one of her teachers tells her she might have a chance to be preferred by the spring. Olivia insists on going to Stanford. Still at school, Olivia meets Camille, a new student. Olivia is a popular debater. When she learns Camille will join them, she doesn't seem happy. Camille is introduced to the other team members. At home, Olivia's parents excitedly talk about college, but she stops them. The next day at school, Olivia finds out her application has been deferred. She seems annoyed and rushes to the restroom, where she finds Camille. She goes back to her teacher, who suggests she submit letters to the admission board. Olivia leaves angrily and goes to debate practice. Submitting her topic to Camille, Camille boasts she's won on that topic multiple times and has competed at the national level. She also mentions she's never seen Olivia compete at the national level before. This makes Olivia feel humiliated. After practice, her teacher scolds her for disrespecting a teammate and states she's under pressure. He also suggests she doesn't participate in the upcoming debate. After school, her vehicle refuses to start, causing her to get frustrated. Isabel, a classmate, offers her a ride. Seeing Olivia looking frustrated, she hugs her and comments she misses her, Jane, too. At home, her parents comfort her, saying she'd be accepted into spring after seeing Olivia sobbing. At school the next day, Olivia sees Jane behind her in the mirror. Scared, she looks back to find Isabel, who asks her if she needed a ride again. Olivia tells her she's fixed her car and asks her out for coffee. Liv agrees, and they both go out for coffee. They talk about Camille, and Isabel, using her laptop, does a little background check on Camille. They discover that Camille was accused of spreading rumors about a teacher molesting her in her former school, and that's why she got expelled and transferred to Greenwood. Isabel suggests Olivia lets Camille know she knows her secret. Olivia leaves after thanking Isabel for allowing her to vent. At school the next day, Olivia watches in anger as Camille presents the debate she was supposed to. After school, Olivia goes to meet Isabel, and they plan to use Jane's account to blackmail Camille about her past. They think it'd work as Camille doesn't know Jane. They soon begin sending texts to Camille. This sinister plan brings Isabel and Olivia closer, but Isabel still wants to relate to her old friends, making Olivia jealous. Olivia continues cyberbullying Camille on her own. One day in class, the school authorities ask to see Camille. After class, they find Camille's locker cleared. Olivia starts to panic, but Isabel calms her down. Later, she goes to meet Mr. Robinson, the teacher in charge of the debate team. She apologizes for her behavior and suggests she works with Camille. Mr. Robinson tells her Camille is no longer a student at Greenwood, as she decided it wasn't a good fit. She sees Isabel speaking with her friends and tries to greet her, but she's ignored. Later, she goes clothes shopping with Isabel, and they talk about a teacher, Mrs. West, who failed them at school. The next day at school, Olivia and Izzy sabotage Mrs. West's class by interrupting her presentation, causing the other students to laugh and Mrs. West to get annoyed and injure a student. Olivia captures this and posts it on the internet, which goes viral almost immediately. After school, they discover Jane's account was gone. It is later realized that Olivia had taken over Jane's account and changed the password. The following day at school, Olivia notices Mrs. West had been let go from work. This makes her a bit happy as she walks down the school's hallway. She's talked about as a hero by some of her classmates. In class, the principal addresses them, trying to get information about what really happened with Mrs. West. Olivia speaks, saying someone was playing a harmless prank with the projector, but Mrs. West overreacted. She claims it's scary to see a teacher lose control the way she did, but has no idea how it got on Jane's page. The principal promises to get to the root of the matter and dismisses them. Jane's page grows with followers as Olivia gets obsessed with exposing everyone's secrets on the page. She rekindles her relationship with Mr. Robinson. After school, they talk about Jenny, who's pretending to have a boyfriend by cropping the guy's actual girlfriend out. Olivia says she didn't post it, and so does Isabella. They both decide it's not a big deal and decide to post only when they're together. However, Olivia gets home and posts again. At school, she acts as innocent as possible. She learns Isabel had chosen to go to Stanford. She tells Isabel she was deferred, and Isabel comments Jane would have wanted them to go together. Isabel goes for her debate and loses again, breaking Isabel's heart. Mr. Robinson doesn't even help issues when he tells her that the closing argument was trash. He then encourages the rest of the team. At home that night, Isabel visits her. They laugh as they look at picture albums together. Isabel's phone beeps, and she tells Olivia to follow her to a party. Olivia agrees, and there they find Jose, who Isabel tells Olivia everything about. They go into the bathroom where Isabel tries to make Olivia look better. They talk about Jose doing drugs. Isabel brings out a box of Molly and offers some to Olivia, who sees Jane reaching out to pick one. Olivia immediately suggests they slip some to Jose to show everyone she's not so perfect. They add some into a drink they give to Jose before dragging her with them to dance. Jose gets high and acts all hyped up. Later, Olivia and Isabel sit alone. Olivia confesses she's really happy, and it's been really long since she'd been that happy. She talks about how the past few months had really sucked. Isabel begins to cry, saying she misses Jane and apologizes for not telling Olivia about her Stanford processing before. Olivia says Isabel left them, but Isabel denies it, saying she never left as she thought Olivia and Jane had each other. They both continue to sob as they wish things would go back to normal and are really happy they're friends again. They hear turmoil on the dance floor and go to check it out. There, they find Jose, who had overdosed on the Molly on the ground, as her boyfriend, Phil, tries to resuscitate her. Jane, Olivia's evil alter ego, is seen taking the video of this event before posting it on Jane's page. This video gets a lot of attention, and by morning when Olivia and Isabel see this, they're confused about who might have posted it on the page. Olivia asks Isabel if she told any of her friends about Jane. Isabel denies it, and they both seem confused. Isabel decides they have to delete Jane's profile. Olivia is unable to do it, so Isabel does. Olivia returns home to her parents, who tell her they got an email from her school about Jane and cyberbullying, and parents have been told to notify the principal if they hear or see anything. Her mom warns her to stay away from cyberbullying so as not to affect her college application. In her room, she sees Jane activating the account again. She takes it to school and shows it to Isabel, who seems confused about all of this. There's an announcement by the principal asking them to gather at the library. At the library, they're told Jose had been hospitalized as she was slipped an overdose of Molly. The principal promises to sit them all down one by one and get to the bottom of the issue. After the meeting, Olivia and Isabel get scared as they've been trying to delete Jane's account over and over, but it keeps appearing. Olivia suggests it might just be a glitch. They begin to come up with stories they tell the principal. Isabel blames Olivia for talking her into drugging Jose. The next day, Olivia meets the principal, who probes her with questions. She lies she didn't relate with Jose, and neither did she see anyone doing drugs at the party. When asked if she's had any interactions with Jane's account, Olivia sees Jane telling her to keep quiet while Jane watches. Soon the principal gets a call and sends Olivia out. Olivia runs out crying. She sees multiple Janes, causing her to pass out. Isabel gets to her and takes her home. When Olivia is fully recovered, she tells Isabel that the principal is about to get the IP address linked to the account. Isabel suggests they come clean. Maybe they'd be forgiven. Olivia asks for Isabel's router. She's told it's in her father's office. Entering Isabel's father's office, she sees a Stanford certificate and the school's logo. Before she leaves, she sees Jane, who rips a small teddy she was holding apart. Isabel walks in, and Olivia hides the teddy behind her. She lies to Isabel that her parents have VPN which hides her address, and they can't be found. This news makes Isabel relieved a bit. At school, she hides from the principal, and at lunch, she meets Camille, who apologizes to her about how she treated Olivia. She tells her she's been reading about everything happening in school, and she thinks whoever is using Jane's account is the reason she got pulled out of school. Olivia acts innocent. As they speak, Olivia sees Jane, so she runs out into the bathroom where she sees Jane again in the mirror. She hits the mirror multiple times, begging Jane to stop tormenting her. Jane just smiles devilishly. At home, Olivia deletes some posts from Jane's account. At school the next day, Isabel meets Olivia and says Jose got into Stanford. She asks if Olivia knew this before asking to slip Jose, as it all seems a bit coincidental. Olivia denies knowing anything about it. Isabel leaves her, and Olivia begins to type a confession email to the principal, which she doesn't bother sending. The next day at her final debate, Olivia arrives a bit late. As she practices, she gets a call from Isabel saying she lied about the VPN and she didn't have a secure network. She then reveals she knows Olivia posted on Jane. Olivia denies everything, but Isabel doesn't believe her and threatens to call the principal. She ends the call, and Olivia immediately drives to Isabel's house in tears. Isabel gets annoyed immediately she sees Olivia, and the duo fight for a while. Isabel picks up her phone to call the principal, but Olivia slaps it out of her hand close to the pool. While trying to get the phone, the duo jumps into the pool with the phone. Olivia drowns Isabel and immediately she dies, pulls her up to shore crying. She realizes she's late for her debate, so she plants Isabel to make it look like she'd committed suicide. She returns home and uses Isabella's profile to share a confession. She posted that Isabel confessed of being guilty for exposing Jose, Camille, and others from Jane's profile. She then hurries to the venue for her debate, and they win. After this event, Isabel's confession goes viral. She returns home where she meets with some policemen. She acts innocent and sheds tears as she tells the police they used to be close friends and Isabel had called her to wish her good luck. As the police leave, her mother hugs her, and she acts like she felt nothing. Isabel is mourned in school by her colleagues and teachers. The principal suggests counseling for all the students. Years later, Olivia gets admitted into Stanford like she'd always wanted. In her application, she'd written that the death of her friend, Isabel, made her want to study mental health. As she walks to the stage, she sees Jane smiling maniacally at her. This time, she smiles back. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. I would also appreciate a comment because it helps like you can't even imagine. It's a new channel and every bit of support counts.